Alright, this is Vegeta8259 again, and today I'm going to be doing an accessory review of sorts. I'm actually going to be reviewing a set of the Kotobukiya hands, and basically Kotobukiya sells these aftermarket hands for Gundam kits and, well, pretty much any other kind of robot kit you would want to use them for. And they sell three different varieties of hands in two different sizes. And you've got custom hands, normal hands with square fingers, and then normal hands with round fingers, and each one in 1 to 1/44 and 1 to 100 scale. Today I'm going to be reviewing the normal hands with square fingers in both 1 to 1/44 and 1 to 100 scale. So this is what they're going to look like when you get them. So you can see the prices right here on the front. The 1 to 100 scale hands retail for 630 yen, and the 1 to 1/44 scale hands for 525 yen. And it's just a little plastic package with a cardboard insert, and on the back you will find the assembly instructions. Alright, so once you get these hands put together, this is what you're going to be left with. And they do snap together just like a regular Gundam kit, so there's no need to worry about glue. You're going to have 2 open hands, you're going to have 2 closed fists, and 2 trigger fingers. Now you do get some options with these. The first being you have 2 different types of trigger fingers. You have one trigger finger that's curved forward, actually gripping the trigger, and then you have the option to have this trigger finger where the finger will just be kind of laying up beside the gun, not actually on the trigger. So you do get parts to do that on both hands. And then the closed fist is pretty much self-explanatory. And then the open palm is kind of like this. More, it kind of has an angry look to it rather than just a straight-out open palm like what Bandai usually gives us. And we get 2 different options for ball joints. We get some larger ball joints, as seen here, and then we get some slightly smaller ones that you can use as well. I find that on 1 to 1/44 scale Gundam kits, the larger ones work best. And here we've got high-grade Gundam, badly painted, and take these fists, and they just pop right in there pretty easily. And as you can see, they actually look pretty good. At least I think they do. The closed fists, they're just about the right size for the Gundam. They look very nicely detailed, about on the same level as the hands that come on the newer high grades that have come out this year and last year. There's the open hand. See if I can zoom in and show you some of the detail. These are actually quite nicely detailed hands, as you can see there. Now the square finger hands will have this little ridge on the back of the hand, as you can see. It's kind of got that little bump on there, and you know, you might want to keep that, but I found that you can sand that off. There's the 1 to 100 scale hand. You can sand that off and it'll go flat just like your average standard Gundam hand. And just to give you a quick look, the trigger finger will hold your average weapon pretty easily. Holds RX-78's beam rifle just fine, but then again, keep in mind that every weapon that comes with the model kit is going to be slightly different, so you may have different results depending on the weapon you're trying to get the hands to hold. And just like the 1 to 1/44 scale hands, you're going to get the same deal with the 1 to 100 scale hands, only scaled up to a larger size. Again, you're going to have the smaller and larger ball joints for the hands as well, although on 1 to 100 scale hands, I find that the smaller ones work better than the larger ones. And again, you've got 2 different options for the trigger fingers. And just like before, you can take these and simply pop them in place. Sometimes they're a little bit tight depending on the mobile suit. And there you go. I find, however, that the 1 to 100 scale hands seem a little bit too big. I think the 1 to 144 scale ones seem fine, but I think the 1 to 100 scale hands, like this is a standard 18 meter mobile suit, RX-78-2. But they do look just slightly big. Not enough to really complain about, but it just barely enough to even notice. I think they may look just right on something from Zeta Gundam or Double Zeta or Char's Counterattack or something like that. Because the fist looks fine, but like if you put this open palm on here, it does start to look a little bit big. But then again, like I said, nothing to really be worth complaining about. And here's just a quick example of what I was talking about. While they do look more or less fine on an 18 meter mobile suit like Gundam, as you can see on Shenlong Gundam or something else from Gundam Wing, they just look way too big and kind of has that monkey paw look to it. So I think they're going to be a bit too big to use on something from Gundam Wing or G Gundam or any of those smaller mobile suits. Definitely don't want to use them on Crossbone or F91 for sure. And just like on the 1 to 144 scale hands, the 1 to 100 scale hands are going to hold the beam rifle just fine. Alright, so I guess that about does it for the review of the Kotobukiya normal hands with square fingers. I'll also be uploading a review sometime soon of the Kotobukiya normal hands with rounded fingers. So just look out for that in the future. Overall, I think these things are absolutely fantastic. The price isn't that bad. Certainly a lot less than your average set of HDM hands from B Club. And while you do only get this one kind of style for the square finger hands, like I said, you can just sand that little ridge off and make it flat if you want to. Then again, you could also go with the round finger hands as well, or the custom hands. My only real complaint about them is that they kind of fall apart easily, so you may want to consider gluing them together. Even though they do snap together, a little bit of glue will probably help in just keeping those together and keeping them from falling apart. I do like the fact that they give you the different options for the ball joints and the different options for the trigger fingers. And the hands are very well detailed, and I think that's just one of their main selling points in my opinion, because sometimes the hands that you get with a Bandai kit just don't look all that great, especially on older kits. So these would definitely be a plus if you're thinking about going in that direction. So, I guess that about does it for this review, and with that, I'll see you guys next time.